Greetings, beloved, and welcome back to another episode of the Crocheting in Agreement podcast. My name is Melissa, and I am coming to you from the Northern Shenandoah Valley in Virginia. I crochet prayer blankets for the sick, and I stand in agreement for their complete healing through Jesus Christ. This channel is by Him, for Him, and because of Him. I hope you enjoy. Welcome back. This is episode number 14, Anniversary. I had considered calling this episode Anniversary Reboot, but I'm not really rebooting, I'm just kind of restarting. I'm not changing anything, but I owe you guys another apology because a lot of things have happened and time just kind of flew by, and next thing you know, it's been like 19 and a half, almost 20 weeks since my last video. In fact, this is really monumental because the very evening that I made my last video, December 21st, 2018, that very evening my daughter went into labor, and we, like 11:30 that evening, I still had my Minecraft shirt on. We went to the hospital, and the very next day, my granddaughter, little Miss Alexandria Hope, was born the very next day at 12:15 on December 22nd, 2018. I'm going to share some details about her at the end of the video, but for right now, we'll just say that I'm a very proud grandmother now, and everything went well. She was cesarean. If you see the camera shaking, it's because the kitten is chewing on the tripod. Go, chew. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, but she was 7 pounds, 3.8 ounces, and 19.5 inches long, and just beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. But I'm going to share a little video picture clip I made at the end of this video. But today is Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, May 7th, 2019, and 1 year ago today is when I uploaded my very first video. So this is my anniversary, but it's only episode number 13, which isn't terrible because I did say at the beginning I probably wouldn't have that many videos because most of my projects are prayer blankets, and that can take some time. Anyone that's ever made Afghans, some people don't have the patience for me. I kind of prefer that now. I've went on a little bit of an adventure the last 5 months now trying to make baby items, and I did not so bad, but I think I'm going to stick with the blankets. I'm going to show you that here shortly. But I've kind of went off of the prayer blanket thing for a while to make baby things, but I'm back making prayer blankets again. That is my calling, and that is where I feel it's kind of hard to explain, but I feel blessed making these. It's one of the things the Lord has called me to do, and it's amazing how He will strengthen you and give you the endurance and the overwhelming desire. I mean, everyone, all of you in the yarn community that do this anyway, you know the passion of making things, of trying new yarns and such. You all understand the passion behind the projects and the seeing things that you've created. You might add your own special touch to it. You understand. So that's pretty much how I feel when I'm making the prayer blankets versus pretty much anything else. I feel the connection. I feel the Lord working through me to work through the blanket to help whoever is going to receive it. Sorry, the cats again. I think the devil is getting into these cats. They need to get behind me. But without further ado, I'm going to show you a few things that I did not show in the last video that I have made for the baby. And some other things that I'm working on. Like I said, I have learned my lesson to pretty much stick with the blankets. But I still want to make, I've seen patterns for little baby flip-flops I would like to make. And I also want to make some diaper covers. But I'm going to show you now a few things that I have made since my last video. Okay, I hope I'm not forgetting anything. Start with the smallest things. So, we got mittens at the baby shower for, so she doesn't scratch her face. But they weren't very warm. So I just took some leftover baby yarn that I had and whipped her up a pair of these mittens. And they are nice and warm, and they keep her still. She still uses them somewhat, but not as much. Keep her from scratching her face. Nothing fancy, just little mittens. I was going to make a few, but she's kind of getting too old for them now. She doesn't do it as much. Okay. No, let me show you this other one first. Okay, I already made 2 or 3 of them. I did show in the video. I liked the pattern, so I kind of modified it, made it bigger. But I knew that winter, you know, she was born in December, so January, February, March are pretty cold here in Virginia. So I decided to take some size 4 Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn, just regular weight yarn, and make her this very heavy sleeper. And I made up the foot pattern. I put feet in it. I just kind of like you would with a sock or shoes. Put little bows on the toes. And of course snaps. And this actually turned out pretty nice, except for the fact that it was too heavy. And actually at the time it would probably fit a 3-month-old better than it would less than 3 months. So I think I'm going to hang on to it, but if I were to give it away, it would work great for a 2 or 3 month old, like in January, February. But it actually was too big and too heavy, too thick. She actually woke up in a sweat. So that's one fail. Now, actually the other 2 that I showed in the video, here's one I showed in the video, but I showed a picture of it. This was great as far as width, but the legs were too short. I mean, this actually worked out really good, but it was just, I mean, the sleeves were fine, but the legs were too short. I'll show a picture of it right here of her wearing it. As you can see, another fail. Okay, now this one actually was almost perfect. Almost. Again, I modified it. I'd done few shorter rounds coming around this way because I wanted to make, you know, have the gray border on there, but as you can see, it's not quite far enough. So when I go to put it on her, like my daughter calls it, I fat shamed her. But this actually, other than that, the length was good, the feet were perfect, sleeves were fine, you know, everything was good except for going around her bodice. So that was kind of another fail. There was another one that was on my video that I showed that my daughter asked me if we could give it to her best friend's friend. I was hesitant, but I said sure. It was the purple and teal one. That was actually that one turned out good. That fit her well. Okay, my next thing I made, I wanted to try the polyester yarn, and I'm trying to think. It's this right here. Can't remember. Oh, Caring Kindness. It's 100% polyester, right? Yes. I wanted to try it, so I think I just got 3 balls of it. I just wanted to make a blanket that was a swaddle blanket. That's what I was intending it for. Very thick swaddle blanket, by the way, because it's a size 4 yarn. But I just done a corner to corner. And my opinion, it feels like acrylic. Except for the stretchiness. That's the only difference I've noticed. It's very stretchy. So Caring Kindness would be really good for making slippers. Or something stretchy. A hat. It's got stretchiness to it like you wouldn't believe. I love how stretchy it is. It's almost like sock yarn. Next thing I made, I'm trying to remember what order, but I think it was this. Just Joann's was having a sale on those cakes. Sorry, my memory is just shot. The sweet rolls. And can't even remember the name, but I just made a simple 3 foot by 4 foot corner to corner. That's my go-to therapy stitch. I call it my therapy stitch. Just a little something. Oh, I know why this was. This is the same size as her playpen mat. So this is basically to tuck into the edges of her playpen, like a fitted sheet type thing, a blanket to lay on instead of laying on the cold, rough mattress that's there. It's not really rough, just, you know what I mean. Also, like I said, I was making diaper covers, and I placed an order at Amazon not too long ago, and ended up ordering 2 shirts more than pants, so I ended up having 2 incomplete outfits. So I thought, okay, I ended up ordering some baby yarn through Yarn Bee, Baby Bee, and I made her, I don't remember the pattern, but I'm going to put the pattern down below for this. But this is, I didn't follow the waistband exactly, but it still looks the same. Got the drawstring right here, and the cutest part, the ruffle button. It's a size 6 months, and this will go perfectly with one of the shirts that I have from Amazon. I have another pattern I'm going to make of a diaper cover with a little skirt around it. Okay, now that's all for the baby things. No, other than I'm kind of still working on these. These are like almost finished objects. I've got 5 of these. I'm real organized today, aren't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the one I am currently working on. These are more burnt cloths. And I just dropped my yarn ball. Sorry. These are burnt cloths using the Line Branch 24/7 cotton, which I do really like. I really like this. I will get more of this. just know, if you've never used it before, it says that it's a size 4, but it's not. It's a 3, but it's mercerized cotton, so it's really smooth. It's spun in like the rope type spin, and the drape is phenomenal. Let me just open up one of them here and show you. Oh, and the stitch definition too. But just, it hasn't been washed, and it's already this soft and this floppy. But yes, this child goes through burp cloths like crazy, so I thought I'll just make more. And I love homemade burp cloths. I mean, here's one right here that we're currently using. I've shown them already on my videos, but look how it's bloomed after a couple washings. It's so much, excuse me, so much softer. It's so soft, and there's hardly any holes in it now, as far as, you know, like it was when it was new. And it's so absorbent, you can't beat them. Yeah, cotton burp cloths, homemade crocheted cotton burp cloths are the best. Beats terry cloth any day. Love them. So I have 6 of these. I'm sorry, 5 of these. So once I get those all edged off, I'll get them washed, and we'll have more burp cloths, which will be great. Another little project that it's kind of, I guess it would be more considered an unfinished object as opposed to a work in progress, because it's all knotted up right now. But for Christmas, I got a sock loom from Loops and Threads, and with my, well, Michael's, and with my Michael's gift card that I also got, I purchased lots of sock yarn. I'm trying to untangle this, if you're wondering what I'm doing here, but it's useless. I am trying to make a teeny tiny baby sock. Just a little ankle sock is all I really want. But this is really pretty yarn. Don't ask, no clue. I've got the ball band around here somewhere, but like I said, I am not prepared. I just know that I have a sleeping baby right now, and I'm taking advantage of the time that I have. It's my anniversary for Crocheting in Agreement, so I'm going to throw in a video real quick. Okay, and speaking of loom knitting, I also got this for Christmas. This one's coming along much better. This is going to be part of my prayer blanket creations, but here's a little, and both of these are just the standard E-wrap, but yeah, I'm dabbling around with the loom knitting. I like the way it feels. I like the stretchiness. It looks sort of knit, but like I said, this is just the E-wrap method, so once I get a little better at that, a little faster and whatnot, then I'll try other methods. But yeah, this is fun. It's not really completely, I prefer projects where I can do lots of other things. Well, watch TV, pay attention to other stuff. It's not as mindless as crochet, but because I have missed a couple wraps. No, 2. I've missed 2. That's still considered a couple, but I like it. I really do. It took a while to start seeing progress, but now that I am, it's motivating me more to do more. So there is that. That's still considered a work in progress, because I do work on that one. And I have one last thing to show, which I am, well, not really almost done, but I'm closer to done than I thought I would be at this time. But I had a financial donation for yarn from one of the brothers of the online church, and it just so happened that when I went to Michael's that day, they had the Karen Big Cakes on sale for half price. So I wound up getting twice as many as I should have been able to afford. I can actually give you a colorway because, okay, if I can see it, I could. Getting glasses soon. It is blue Hawaiian. Okay, I thought it looked like blue Hawaiian. Sorry about that. This is Karen Big Cakes Blue Hawaiian. I'm just doing the basic corner to corner. It's 40 inches wide and 58 inches long, and then after the edging it'll be 42 by 60. Just a standard, you know, this is, you can see where I'm at now with it. My stitch is starting to come out, even though that's what stitch markers are for, huh? But yeah, this is one of my therapy projects. This is something I can just have all the lights off, TV on, and just sit there and no look, no think, no nothing, but just crochet, the good kind. Okay, again, I apologize. I am deeply sorry that it has been so long again. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm going to put a little clip in here of my little granddaughter and how she has progressed since, I mean, she's 19 weeks old. She'll be 20 weeks old Saturday, and it's just amazing watching her grow up and just do big girl things. She's rolling over both directions now, from her back to her belly and belly to back, and she's starting to eat some rice cereal and she's like cooing, singing, cooing to us yesterday. She's a blessing. She is an absolute blessing, and we love her dearly. But I thank you for watching and sticking around for another episode, and hopefully it won't be so long the next time I come back. God bless you all. Goodbye.
There we go. Let's see. We're gonna take color 2. Let's do 6. Tone, 1 off for tone, 1 off for Resper, and 2 off for color. Yeah. Or for color. Yeah. Alright. Do you want to cut the cord?
Yes, I would like to.
We'll trim that, and then we're going to turn the baby around so she'll try a little bit more. So what you do is you want to cut right in the middle, sort of closer to the yellow part. It's a little bit right. There you go. A little chewy.
There.
Yeah. Got some dull scissors, I think. And we have 3 vessels.
What's her name?
Alexandria.
No.
safes, to evade ambushes, to burn computer chips using telepathic powers. What is the Russian army's best nurtured superpower?
You like Pastor
Don't
Paul?
be thinking about maybe some kind of nuclear sub or